for. Here we go, second half. Landon Collins, Cyrus Jones. They are the deep men to our right. Temperature dropping into the 50s now. Breeze picking up just a little bit. Richard Sigmund will be kicking it off from left to right as you listen in. And the kick is short, end under end, taken by Xavier Dixon. And he gets back to the 38-yard line. And that's where Alabama will be starting. 1st and 10. The X-Man with the catch as one of the up men for the Alabama Crimson Tide. And here comes Jake Coker now. Alabama going to move things around. Blake Sims apparently done for the day. Jake Coker in for the 6th game in which he has appeared this season. 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left. Tyron Jones is the single setback. Here now the give. Jones, right side, finds running room, gets into the second layer of defense and picks up 6 on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 4 upcoming. Alti Tenpenny, I assume we'll see some of him today. A lot of guys who we have not yet seen. One would assume will get some playing time here in the second half. Robert Foster split wide to the left, 2 wides to the right. Again, Tyron Jones in the backfield on a 2nd down and 4 officially. They gave him 6 yards on the first carry. Here's Coker. Sits in the pocket, looks, throws underneath, and it's off the hands of Tyron Jones. Incomplete with a defender hanging all around him and upon him. It'll be a 3rd down and 4 upcoming for the Crimson Tide here. Bama is 3 of 6, 50%. In 3rd down conversions here this afternoon and this evening.
Yeah, Jake Coker was looking for Robert Foster on an inside post move, decided to come off that receiver, try to drop it to Tyron Jones, incomplete, sets up this 3rd and 5 situation.
Foster and O.J. Howard go wide to the far side. Vogler to the near side, the tight end. Defense comes up, the snap to Coker. Quick throw, it's nicely grabbed across midfield by Robert Foster. The throw was behind the redshirt freshman, but he reached back and grabs his 3rd reception of the season and a 1st down for Alabama here to begin the second half of play.
Well, that was really a nice catch by Robert Foster because that ball was offline and behind him. He was able to stop, plant, and reach back behind him for the grabs, and Bama converts their first down of the second half.
Michael Niswander is in. O.J. Howard takes his seat. Niswander lines up in the backfield, slot left. 2 wides are stacked near side. Hand off to the little guy, Tyron Jones. He gets into the secondary, and he's got a 1st down to the 36-yard line. Ari Kwanjo and in particular Austin Shepard, nicely done with a block to spring a 13-yard pickup for Tyron Jones, a redshirt freshman from Marietta, Georgia.
Well, Eli was in Bristol, Connecticut Thursday and Friday, yesterday and the day before, and there's an Uncle Bob's storage right there adjacent to ESPN. And when I looked up on that mountain, I said Tyron Jones is the star of the game.
Play action, rolling right throw. Catch is made. Chris Black, right flat. He gets himself 7, maybe 8 yards before he is steamrolled by the Catamount defense. Sertonius Harris was the first man to get there. It'll be a pickup of 7 officially on the play. Brings up the 2nd down and 3.
I'm glad Sertonius finally made a play because you've been wanting to say his name all night long.
Might as well. His name is spelled Sertonus, is the way it's spelled, but it's pronounced Sertonius. S-E-R-T-O-N-U-S-E. Sertonus is the way it looks. But Sertonius made the stop. Here now the inside give again. Running room for Tyron Jones going right. He's right at the chains behind Ryan Kelly and Grant Hill that time. And let's see what kind of a spot he gets. It is a 1st down. To another 1st down for Bama and Tyron Jones. He kind of reminds you of a Kenyon Drake type. You know, that little...
well, he's got that same kind of quickness and acceleration. He has a little bit different of a body build in terms of a shorter, closer to the ground center of gravity type runner.
Here now the shotgun snap to Coker. Again the handoff. And again up the middle, Tyron Jones. He spins off 2 men. He spins inside of another couple of defenders. And he's got a first down to the 13-yard line. Man, he was spinning inside, outside, all around the town. Tyron Jones. Another 13 yards for that redshirt freshman.
Yeah, he looked like a human pinball there, bouncing off of tacklers, spinning to his left, then his right, and now Alabama inside the 15 of the Catamounts.
He's listed at 5'9", 212 pounds. 2 wides left, 1 wide to the right. Coker in the shotgun with Tyron to his left. Snap, knee high. Coker loads up into the end zone, high over everybody's head, incomplete. He was looking for Robert Foster with double coverage there, but that one was not catchable by anyone. 63 yards on 8 carries for Tyron Jones. 92 yards today on 12 carries for Derrick Henry. And by the way, with 3 receptions early, Amari Cooper has now tied DJ Hall for the #1 all-time passing numbers. Needs 1 more to break it as Tyron Jones gets the handoff and goes outside. Gets him the 14 down to the 10-yard line. Trey Morgan takes him away, and again an injury. Would you please stop all this? Again an injury. Looks Brian Vogler, the tight end, is the young man who got banged up originally, well not originally, but most recently in Knoxville during the Tennessee game. Everybody thought it could have been a major injury, but he was able to come back the next game. But now again, trainer Jeff Allen is looking at the lower left leg area. Too bad
I want to say he was already wearing a brace on that left knee these last few weeks anyway.
Brian Vogler now being helped up to the seated position. Just getting going in the third, 11:09 remaining in the third period, as Vogler now is going to go right to the locker room. He's going to put his arms around Jeff Allen and his arms around another trainer on his right side, who quite honestly I can't see because of Vogler's body size. But nevertheless, they're not even going to come to the sidelines. They're going right underneath the goalpost and directly to the Alabama locker room. So Dr. Lyle Kane just taken off from the sidelines, and he's heading that way as well. Alabama now 4 of 7 in third down conversions today. Looking at a 3rd and 7. We may have to add a whole section of the postgame show for injury reports today.
It's been one kind of mash unit today.
Goodness gracious. Here's a 3rd and 7 for the Tide from the 11 of the Catamounts. So obviously Bama can get a first down without a touchdown. Here's Coker looking left, throwing down low. Catch is made by Fajon. And Malcolm, however, can't get the necessary yardage. He is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring in Gunnar Raybon to try a field goal. If you joined us late, Adam Griffith has not played today, getting a breather. And Gunnar Raybon, a walk-on, has become the kicker of record. It'll be a 29-yard field goal attempt. We have seen him kick earlier today and kick well. This one off the near hash mark. It is up, and it is good. So a 29-yard field goal by Gunnar Raybon. And Alabama now is adding to their lead. It is 41-14. Stephon Hill and Detrez Newsome are again the deep men. Newsome leads the Southern Conference in 114.5 all-purpose yards per ball game. J.K. Scott is again to kick it away for Alabama. And the boot taken by Hill from the 5 to the 10. Outside 15, and down he goes. Great job again by the Crimson Tide, just swarming. Robert Foster, among others. We were talking in the press box, Phil, during the intermission about Dylan Lee. You know, I don't know if a guy can make a living necessarily as a special teams guy in the NFL, but got to give him credit, man. Every single play he's in on it, it seems.
Well, he and Reuben Foster have really been the ringleaders on this kickoff coverage unit, and it seems to be a group that has gotten better and better and better as the season has progressed.
Darius Ramsey is now the running back for the Catamounts. 1st and 10 from their own 18. They're going left to right in their white jerseys, purple pants. After the play action, the throw to Robinson near side, caught, and he gets out to the 30-yard line. Very close, and it is a first down. So a quick release, and Spearman Robinson, he's been the guy for the Catamounts here today.
Yeah, he really has. He's done a nice job. He's caught the ball when it's been thrown to him, and he's given these Alabama defensive backs fits this evening.
Maurice Smith now in at defensive back for the Tide. Shotgun, Troy Mitchell under pressure, hit as he throws, caught across the middle, taken by Benson, and he looks to find running room and circles till he gets to the 38-yard line, and that too should be enough for a first down. So 2 quick passes, one to Robinson, one to Carnoris Benson, and the Catamounts are again moving the football out of their quick set offense. They'll go with 2 wides to the far side. Here comes Tyler Sexton in at tight end. He'll line up to the right of the formation. 1 wide receiver to the near side. Eddie Jackson helping direct traffic. Going in motion now is Spearman Robinson. He's to the far side. Shotgun snap, throw, caught and dropped by Robinson. Spearman had it at about the 40, which was the original line of scrimmage, but he heard Trey DePriest coming and he dropped the football. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, and again, in their version of the spread, they'll try that zone read. They'll give it a look in terms of Troy Mitchell handing the ball to Darius Ramsey. If the look is not there, he pulls it and throws it to the outside on one of these bubble or quick screens.
Ramsey, the running back, to the left of his quarterback. 2 wides left, 1 wide to the right. 2nd down and 10 from their own 39. Empty backfield. Ramsey goes in motion. The throw to the far side, caught by the tight end. He is double teamed and put down. Tyler Sexton is, but not before he gets to the midfield stripe, and another tight end throw yielding a first down. 7th reception, make it 8th of the day for of the year for Tyler Sexton.
Yeah, and that's 3 first downs in a row for the WCU here in the middle stages of the 3rd quarter.
Jonathan Allen leaves. DJ Petway comes in. 8:35 remaining in the 3rd. Bama leads 41-14. Shotgun again. They fake the handoff, then throw long down the left side. Fade route, it's caught, but is he inbounds or not? It'll be a flag on the play with bumping by the Alabama secondary. The catch along the far side again, but flags on the play. Bama had double coverage there on Spearman Robinson, or at least on Carnoris Benson, rather. And that time, there was reaching over the top by Landon Collins and others. The officials talking this one over now.
Pass interference, defense, number 5. The penalty is declined. First down.
So you heard the call on Cyrus Jones. He was one of the 2 men in double coverage. 30 yards on the pickup. It'll be down to the 20-yard line.
And again, a play fake in the backfield, and then an over-the-top throw in Carnoris Benson. He's tall himself, over 6 feet.
Now he's 6'1", 205, Benson is. Now the snap to Troy Mitchell. He'll fade route one to the near side, but he overthrows everybody, including Spearman Robinson, who was along the near side. Incomplete. He had coverage there by Jarek Williams. C.J. Goodman also on the field as an intended receiver now for Western Carolina.
Well, while Alabama's offense made some substitutions, this defense has not. This is the starting group out there because Nick Saban wants to get this Western Carolina offense off the field as soon as possible.
12th play of the drive. 8 minutes to go in the third. Again, Troy Mitchell. Play action. Now looks left and throws behind the intended receiver, Darius Ramsey, who circled out of the backfield, and he got drilled as the ball got past him across the way. Cyrus Jones was the man responsible that time. So now it's a third down play for the Catamounts, who are 2 of 8 in third down conversions this afternoon.
Yeah, that was a design throwback. Troy Mitchell moved to his right. Darius Ramsey ran out of the backfield and tried to get to that far boundary. Mitchell threw it back to him, but Cyrus Jones recognized the play and reacted.
Bama leads 41-14. 7:54 to go in the third. 2 wides either way. Empty backfield. Ramsey in motion. He'll set up the center screen. The pass is caught, taken by Benson. He'll go dancing down towards the 13. It'll be short of the first down. He picked up 7 of the necessary 10. Kenoris Benson. He is 5th in Western Carolina history in touchdown receptions. And they're going to go for a field goal here on a 4th and 3 from the 21. Richard Sigmund. So it'll be a 31-yarder. He hit from 33 earlier this year against South Florida and Wofford. Kicking it between the hash marks. It's now given to Sigmund on a fake. He'll run to the near side. Oh, and he is drilled by Trey DePriest. Stopped short of the first down yardage. Bama takes over on downs as Richard Sigmund is saying, why'd you give me the football to run it? He is paying the price tonight. Timeout on the field. Bama takes over on downs. 7:07 to go in the third. 41-14 for the good guys. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. We are back. It's Bama ball after that fake by place kicker Richard Sigmund. It was drilled by Trey DePriest and others, and Alabama gets the ball back, leading 41-14. And by the way, Western Carolina on the ground today, 12 yards of rushing offense.
Well, Charles Sigmund just found out this ain't intramurals because he got got whacked when he tried to take that ball around the corner, and Alabama's field goal block unit recognized the fake and was able to react and get out there and stem the tide. So now Jake Coker takes over inside his own 20 at the 15.
Today's game being brought to you in part by State Farm. For auto, home, life, and banking, get to a better state. Get a quote at 1-800-STATE-FARM or statefarm.com. Tom Roberts on the Alabama Power scoreboard.
Florida State has just kicked a 26-yard field goal with 3 seconds left and have taken a 20-17 lead.
After Boston College had missed a field goal try of their own. 1st and 10 Bama from their own 15-yard line. Here now Coker with protection. Loads up, looks long, men behind the D, pushing and shoving, and it's knocked away. They were looking downfield for Foster, who had company on the part of Ace Clark. There is a flag back upfield at the 35.
Pass interference, defense, number 28. The penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot and includes an automatic first down.
They're going to give it to Ace Clark, the 5th penalty of the night against Western Carolina. Alabama going with their 2nd unit on offense now. Dominic Jackson. Alphonse Taylor is in. Bradley Bozeman snapping it. Grant Hill. Here's Coker. Straight drop. Looks right, goes, fires, caught, complete, midfield and more down to the 45-yard line. Chris Black, who has really been showing off here tonight with great hands there on that reception. It's a 25-yard pickup, and Bama moving the chains again with a 41-14 lead.
Yeah, well read by Jake Coker. Got to the top of his play-action fake, threw a strike in there to Chris Black, and he makes a face-high catch with both hands, and Alabama now in the territory of the Catamounts.
4 receptions, 72 yards for Chris Black. Isaac Luatua in on the offensive front. Bama with the screen. They set it up, trying to find running room. That time was Tyron Jones, but the Catamounts, with cat-like reading on that one, sniffs out the play and puts it away for a loss of 2.
Yeah, they were all over that screen pass as Coker dropped it off to Tyron Jones and just didn't develop like it's supposed to. So now Alabama looking at a 2nd and 11.
Malcolm Fajon now checks in at tight end. He's lined up to the left side of the formation alongside the wide receiver Robert Foster. Under his center now, Bozeman. There's the handoff. Looking for running room, Tyron Jones, right side. He'll get a couple 3 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 8 for Alabama. John Macbeth, the man who recovered that fumble earlier in the ball game off of Derrick Henry. He was there to make the tackle for Western Carolina. This is their final game. The Catamounts will end their season today. Bama, of course, hosting Auburn next Saturday evening. Our coverage starting at 3:30 in the afternoon with all the pregame extravaganza. On a 3rd and 8, Coker, slant, throw, Foster caught, 1st down inside the 30, and he loses the ball, and the Catamounts say they have it. The Catamounts say they have it as Foster was knocked loose from the football. Sertonius Harris recovers it, and it's going to be Catamount ball going the other way when we come back to Tuscaloosa. 5:04 remaining in the 3rd. It's Alabama 41, Western Carolina 14. Welcome back, everybody. While you were away enjoying some messages from our sponsors, the officials have been looking at the fumble by Robert Foster after the reception. His left arm, his left forearm is down, I believe, before the ball comes loose, before Sertonius Harris rips it free. Again, I caution you, that's me looking at life through my crimson-colored glasses. They ruled it a fumble.
Well, an elbow or knee
is good.
Equals that you're down.
Yeah.
But, again, it's got to be, to use your phrase, incontrovertible video evidence.
They're busy writing things down on the field, on the notepad. So we'll see. You know, you got a feel for Robert Foster. The guy doesn't play much. It's a tough situation to be thrown into.
3rd and 8, Jake Coker threw a strike in there, and he made a nice catch. He's surrounded by Catamounts, and they got a couple shots on him and were able to reach for that ball and try to pull it out.
Here's referee Ken Williamson after everybody's looked at the replays.
After further review, the runner was down prior to losing possession of the ball. Therefore, it's 1st and 10 for Alabama at the 29-yard line.
So Alabama gets to retain the football. A great call right there as the replay really came into work right there. Tonight's game being brought to you in part by Coke Zero. You know, there's no such thing as too much to ask. With real Coke taste and 0 calories, you can enjoy everything. So here's to enjoying everything, brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero. That was nice.
Well, that was an excellent throw by Jake Coker. And those are the kinds of experiences that he needs because he's not been in true game-like conditions against a quality opponent. And Bama may really need Jake Coker as we go down the stretch if Bama gets where they want to go.
Here now, play action. They roll and throw to Fajon, the tight end on the right side. Makes the grab on 1st and 10. Gets 2.5, maybe 3 yards before he's forced out of bounds. It'll be a 2nd and 7 upcoming from the 27-yard line. Fred Payne losing his helmet as he made the stop, so he has to leave. Keon Crossan will check in as his replacement over at the right cornerback spot. Bama now with a 2nd and 7. Off the far hash mark, Coker is underneath his center, Bradley Bozeman, who's in for Ryan Kelly after the substitutions, and there's Chris Black moving. I think Chris Black jumped.
False start, 50 the offense, 5-yard penalty. It remains 2nd down.
They're going to call it on Alphonse Taylor. He and Chris Black along there on the far side, and they call Alphonse. Either way, Another 5-yard mark off. It'll be a 2nd and 12 now for Alabama. 4 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the third. Bama leads 41-14. Coker shotgun, 1 wide to the left, 2 bunch to the right. Coker looks, throws near side, catch Foster. He's got it, and he's going to be marked short of the first down. It is going to be 3rd and about 2.5 as he's out at the 22 on the near sideline. But they have found the guy, Robert Foster, who they trust going to. And remember, as a high school senior in Pennsylvania, he was 45 receptions for nearly 800 yards and 14 touchdowns. So he's got good hands coming out of the Commonwealth of PA. Here's the 3rd and 3. Bama leading big from the 23 of the Catamounts. Off the near hash mark, shotgun Coker. Pumps, pulls it back, throws near side, caught, first down. Alabama's Chris Black working the near boundary with help there. Well, keeping defenders away, a nice first down grab.
Yeah, it was a really good job by Chris Black coming back for the football. And Jake Coker, he's known for his arm strength, and it's pretty evident when you see him throw in person that his football has a lot of velocity on it. He doesn't have the quickest release I've ever seen, but the ball does come out with some RPMs.
Brandon Green was there helping Chris Black take care of the defenders. Now in a 1st and 10 from the 19. Heading towards the end zone to our left. 2:47 remaining in the third. Bama up big over Western Carolina. Coker on the inside give. Nice big hole. Tyron Jones cuts inside a tackler and gets down to the 12-yard line. He's down, leaving him a 3rd and 3 for the Crimson Tide. Dominic Jackson was the man he cut inside of with help from Bradley Bozeman.
Say, when Tyron Jones sees a gap, he tries to really get through it. Yeah. And he's got that quickness, that initial burst and acceleration to get through a small opening because he's short in stature, 5'9", but that's not necessarily, that's actually a positive for a running back, I think. I think sometimes you can be too tall as a ball carrier.
2nd down and 4 from the Catamount 12. Bama's up 41-14. Man in motion, Foster to the near side. Play action fake. Coker looks, Coker throws. He has Nicewander. He'll make the move. He makes the grab at the 3, and he's going in for the touchdown. First career touchdown on the 2nd reception of his career for Michael Nicewander out of Hoover, Alabama. A 12-yarder. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, Michael Nicewander goes to the flat, and Jake Coker threw a ball over the outstretched arms of a Catamount defender. Nice touch on that pass. Nicewander does the rest for the touchdown.
And Alabama pads their lead now. Gunnar Raybon is in to attempt the extra point. And he's had lots of work here today, and that one is up and good as well. So with 1:49 remaining in the third, Alabama now on top 48-14. We break for these messages. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. 9 plays, 85 yards in 5 minutes and 18 seconds. And Alabama's lead is 48-14. That was nice for Michael Nicewander. Known the family for a while. They're great folks, big Bama fans. His dad is a longtime Birmingham radio personality. And I don't know where he is in the stadium right now, but
I'm sure they'll be playing that clip a lot this week on his show.
And it's a music show, but that clip I'm sure is going to make air somehow.
Well, that's the kind of drive that Alabama was looking for in terms of the 3rd down conversions, a mixture of run and pass, and it's great to see Jacob Coker hook up with Michael Nicewander for the touchdown.
Now J.K. Scott kicking it to the far side, and it goes out of bounds. That'll be his first out-of-bounds kick in 15 boots this year. So great field position to start this drive for the
kick out of bounds.
Catamounts.
Number 15, the receivers have elected to put the ball in play at the 35-yard line. First down.
They can, of course, by rule, have the ball re-kicked, but rarely, if ever, do you see that happen. So they will put the ball in play at the 35-yard line. Detrez Newsome is the running back. 1:49 to go in the third. Alabama leads 48-14. Two wides to the near side, one to the left. Troy Mitchell, play action fake, loads up left side, looks and throws long. It is through the hands of the intended receiver. He had distance on Bradley Silv, but Kenoris Benson could not hang on to the football at around the 25-yard line. Silv, of course, at 5'11" to Kenoris Benson's 6'2", so still that height differential and the advantage for Western Carolina. Now D-liner is in. Deshaun Hand is in for Alabama on defense. Here's the 2nd and 10 from the Catamounts' own 35. Empty backfield. Shotgun snap to Troy Mitchell. It is at his knee height. He'll get it, throw across to the tight end Sexton. He'll make the grab and get to the 40. Dylan Lee stops him after a gain of 5. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 upcoming with 1:29 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Again, Bama leading 48-14.
And Bama getting some younger players on the field, particularly in that front 7, and of course in the back end as well, with Maurice Smith on the field, and of course some regulars in Jabril Washington and Geno Smith.
Sean Dion Hamilton, the true freshman from Montgomery's Carver High School. He's in at middle linebacker now. Rashawn Evans is in on the 3rd and 5 play. Shotgun snap. Quarterback Mitchell rolls left, looks, floats one again behind the D. Bradley Silv with a pass interference call. Silv trying to stay with Kenoris Benson and guilty of the shove as Benson and beat him down the left sideline.
Pass interference, defense number 3. The penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot and includes an automatic 1st down.
Bradley Silv, you remember, was expected to be the starting left corner for Alabama and was in the opener against West Virginia, but things just didn't go as Bradley would have hoped early in the season.
And again, they come out with a play fake and get Troy Mitchell away from that pass rush of Alabama's front 4, and he throws a lollipop out there, a ball with a lot of air under it, and of course the defensive back has no idea where the ball is. He's trying to play catch-up to Benson.
Tony Brown man-to-man on Spearman Robinson along the near side of the field. The snap into the shotgun Mitchell. He'll swing it out left side. Caught by Newsome. He'll take on the move and lumber forward. And there's going to be, again, a flag down.
Personal foul, chop block, offense, number 64 and 72 in a high-low combination. 15-yard penalties in the previous spot. Repeat 1st down.
Those are two different guys than chop-blocked Ashawn Robinson earlier. Last time around, it was Thornton and Berridge. This time, Philpott and Miles. So the big mark-off, which negates that pass interference call against Bradley Silv of moments ago, and then some.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that high-low combination.
No.
Especially 7 days away from the Iron Bowl.
That kind of stuff should never happen, period. Jonathan Cook now in the Alabama secondary. As Mitchell has the football, throws it low to the rolling tight end at the 45-yard line. Incomplete. Tyler Sexton, the big guy at 6'4", 240, couldn't get down and roll to grab that football. So a 2nd down and a distance.
I'll tell you, Eli, I watched the replay just a minute ago while that play was underway, and the high-low combination, I mean, it's a dirty play. There's no two ways about it. The center's engaged and the left guard goes diving at the knees of Josh Frazier.
Here's 2nd down and long. I mean, it should be 2nd down and triptych. You know, one of those things you get from AAA? That's how long it is. Here they throw it out to Newsome on the left side. He'll turn the corner and get out to the 48-yard line, but no further than that as Alabama's Jabril Washington helps him find the turf at the 47. And that's going to bring up 5 seconds remaining in the 3rd and an Alabama lead of 48-14. They wind the clock, and this period is in the books. 3rd quarter done. The 4th quarter, when we come back to Tuscaloosa, Bama leads 48-14. All right, the numbers. Alabama 30 first downs, Western Carolina with 11. Bama 196 rushing yards, Western Carolina 14. Bama passing 27 of 37, 301 yards. Western Carolina 19 of 36, 204 yards. Total yardage, Alabama 497, Western Carolina 218. Each team with 5 penalties. Bama 6 of 10 in third down conversions. The Catamounts 2 of 9. Time of possession separated by just a minute and 3/4. So here we go now. It is a 3rd down and 17 facing the Catamounts. Mitchell gets the snap. He's being chased. He's put down by Alabama's Tim Williams. It'll be the first sack of the night, second of the season for Tim Williams. And Bama just ratcheting up the defense to control this ball game.
Well, that game control meter, that dial continues to go up. And when Tim Williams goes on the field, he's going to get after the quarterback. He's got an excellent first step takeoff from the edge, and every time he's in there, he seems to make something happen.
Now the punt. It'll be booted away. Parker Barano back to watch it. He'll stay away from it. So will Chris Black. And it's down by the Catamounts at the 18-yard line. That's where Alabama will be starting 1st and 10. Hey, folks, want to go to the SEC Championship game? Well, you can win tickets to the big game through the Regions Road to Atlanta sweepstakes. Enter today on the Regions Bank Facebook page. There is no purchase required. So the Crimson Tide going to work under the leadership of Jake Coker at quarterback. Well, now actually Alabama is going to move some players around again. Niswander is in the slot left. Offensive line playing the second string as they were earlier. Niswander shifts into the I as the up man. He'll now deploy. Coker looks long, looking behind the D, and it's off the chest of Raheem Falcons. He had it, and it was off his chest at the 35-yard line.
No, that's too bad for Raheem Falcons, who had gotten behind the Western Carolina defense, and Jake Coker threw it out there for him, just unable to track it and catch it with his hands. He let it into his body.
The sophomore from New Orleans. In high school, everybody talked about him being a big target with soft hands. That time he could not quite haul it in. Alti Tenpenny now in a tailback for Alabama as the Tide continues to go deep into the depth chart on a 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line. There's the give, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe gains a yard before Christian Gill stops him. 13:47 remaining in the ball game. Alabama on top, 48-14. Blake Sims played much of the early part of the game for the whole first half. Then Jake Coker came in. Parker Barano in now at wide receiver. On a 3rd down and 10. Coker waits, throws, caught, Black, first down across the middle of the 40. In triple coverage, he's put down at the 45-yard line. Chris Black, the sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida, really doing himself proud here today.
Yeah, Chris Black is the Tim Williams of the offense in terms of when he's on the field, he seems to be in and around the action. An excellent catch and run for number 1.
From the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Bama going left to right. Tenpenny is the tailback. 2 wides to the left and 1 to the right. 12:55 remaining. Alabama leads 48-14. Coker, straight drop, 3 steps. Loads up, looks long, near side, tight quarters, and it's knocked away from Robert Foster along the near side. He was in tight coverage. Ace Clark was among those who were there, and it's knocked away. We talked about Chris Black, Phil. How about 6 catches, 102 yards? How'll that float your boat?
Yeah, nice little afternoon for Chris Black, who has been in a reserve role for the better part of the season. That time, Bama tried a little double move And unfortunately for them, Trey Morgan stayed in the coverage and was able to knock it away.
Coker 11 of 15, 105 yards and a touchdown. With 2 wides on the left and 1 on the right. Here's a 2nd and 10 from the 45. The give, Tenpenny. He'll come near side. He cuts inside a tackler. He's to the 40, down the near sideline to the 30-yard line. Great run by Alti Tenpenny. A super block by Dominic Jackson with help from Black. And that's going to be a rush of 23 yards, the longest carry of the year for Tenpenny, who had a 13-yard rumble against Southern Miss early in the season.
Yeah, and Alti finally got some room to operate, a gaping hole on this near sideline, and he did the rest. Alabama now just outside the 30-yard line.
Bama's second string offense still doing the job, though this time it breaks down as Christian Gill just shot from his middle linebacker spot. He's their number 1 tackler. He's the guy who, as what do they say, the straw that mixes the drink on the defense for this Western Carolina team.
Well, he's very active on the defensive side of things for the Catamounts and came into this game with 101 tackles. You mentioned in the pregame he finished with over 100 last year, so he's been a very productive defender for Coach Mark Spear.
Crimson Tide football being brought to you in part by Hyundai. College football fans show their loyalty in all kinds of ways. Ours, just buy another Hyundai. Here now is a 2nd down and a dozen. Coker rolls right with pursuit, throws near side, caught by Foster, and Robert gets down to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 7.5, maybe 8 on the play. It'll be his 3rd down and a couple facing the Crimson Tide here.
Yeah, Jake Coker, for a big man, almost 6'5", about 225, 230 pounds. He's got quite a bit of mobility, and that time he was able to bootleg out and make a long throw to this near sideline and Robert Foster.
3rd and a couple officially. Parker Barano in motion to the left of the formation. The toss to Tenpenny. Nice blocking. He's got a 1st down going left. Breaks a tackle and gets inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Nice bit of work on the part of Luatua and Barano combining on the tackles. Here's a 1st and 10 for Alabama from the 18 of the Catamounts, heading towards the end zone to our left. It has the words Crimson Tide painted in the end zone. The throw off the shoulder of an intended or an unintended receiver. I don't know if Dakota Ball was intended there or kind of got in the way of that one, but the ball deflects off his shoulder and caroms harmlessly away. It'll be a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Coker puts a lot of mustard on his passes, and I think in these nighttime conditions, sometimes it might be tough to pick up that ball because Dakota Ball never got his hands up and it ricocheted off his shoulder.
Had it been a catch, it would have been his first of the season. Here now is 2nd down and 10 from the 19. Alti Tenpenny, left side. He'll burst through inside the 15. Down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 6 facing the Crimson Tide. Alabama this year, they've used T.J. Yeldon, who has not played at all today, just to kind of get healthy for next week. Derrick Henry, they've used Kenyon Drake this year. Tyron Jones, Alti Tenpenny. Thank goodness for depth, huh, Phil?
Well, this is a stable of running backs, and certainly at the beginning of the year, it was much deeper than it is now, but here's Alti Tenpenny picking up some valuable yardage here in the late going of this football game.
Play action fake. Coker in trouble. Throws, and it's nearly intercepted in the middle of the field. Nearly picked off by Ace Clark, who was there and thought he had his 2nd interception of the year. Coker, an ill-advised throw there. He was trying to find Robert Foster coming back, but he couldn't. And now it's field goal time for Gunnar Rabon again.
Well, Gunnar Rabon's having a career night.
It'll be a 32-yard try. The holder remains Cooper Bateman. Off the far hash mark. The kick will be going left to right as you listen. It's on the way. It is end over end. It is up, and it is no good. So he misses, and Alabama came very close to breaking the half-century mark, but they come up just shy. 9:26 remaining in the ball game. Alabama on top 48-14 there. First and 10, Catamounts from the 20. Here's Mitchell in trouble on an option, and he goes down at the line of scrimmage. He escaped a couple of men, but Rashawn Evans finally puts him away, and it'll be a second down and 10 now upcoming.
Yeah, I think that's the first speaking engagement I've had within the state of Alabama where I wasn't in one of your areas and you were in mine.
Isn't that weird?
I mean, that has happened so many times over the last number of years.
Every time I seem to speak in Fairhope or around where Phil lives, he's up in the Birmingham area the same night. It's very odd how that happens. Here's a second down and 11. The play lost a yard. From the 19, the Catamounts working out of the shotgun again. Mitchell swings it out near side. Sean Warren, first time to touch the ball. He gets tripped up and gets to the 25-yard line. He's a little guy at 5'7", 180. Maurice Smith came up to make the stop and trip him up. It'll be a 3rd and 4 now facing Western Carolina with 8:26 to go in the ball game, and Alabama leading 48-14.
Well, you can see why this team's won 7 games this year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, can you imagine in their own conference, the Southern, against the likes of Samford and the Citadel and VMI, you can see why they've been able to be productive offensively this year.
Been a very strange year, though, for them. On a 3rd down play, here's the fake to Warren and the throw across the middle. It is caught for a first down by Spearman Robinson. They go and they'll barely lose to South Florida, which is a Division I team. Then they blow up Brevard College and Catawba and Furman. Then, of all things, they lose to Presbyterian, and they get shut out by Chattanooga 51-0.
Yeah, that was the low point of their season because that was for first place in the Southern Conference, and the Mocs took them behind the woodshed. They skinned those Catamounts.
They did. First and 10 from the 35. Pressure on the quarterback. Have a seat. Thank you. Down he goes. And a sack by Alabama. It's going to be the first of the night for Joshua Frazier, and the first of the season for that big guy.
I'll tell you, behind the scenes, Joshua Frazier is a guy that has generated a lot of conversation on this coaching staff and the people that are part of this program, because they think he has got a lot of big things ahead of him along this Alabama defensive front.
He's a freshman out of Springdale, Arkansas. That's a suburb of the home of the Razorbacks, Fayetteville. He was one that got away from Brett Bielema. Now a second down and 23. The fake to Sean Warren, and the quarterback keeper, he'll get out across the 30 to the 33 and slide down there. So a nice pickup, but still well shy of needed yardage. Bradley Silv made the stop. It'll be a 3rd down and 14. Facing Western Carolina with 6:17 to go in the game, and Alabama leading 48-14. Hootie Jones is in as the 6th defensive back for Alabama. The Catamounts 3 of 12 in 3rd down conversions. Lawrence Hootie Jones, if you are curious. Shotgun snap. Mitchell swings it out to Warren. He is upended and put down by Maurice Smith. Great job by Bama's young left cornerback, who came shooting up to make the play on Sean Warren after he caught the pass swung out to him by Troy Mitchell.
Yeah, well played by Maurice Smith, who's played that nickel position at times tonight, meaning that slot corner back spot, and he has got a lot of ability, Maurice Smith. I think he's another player we're going to hear a lot more of in the coming seasons.
Now, Chris Black and Parker Barano are the deep men for Alabama. Barano along the near side, Chris to the far side. 8th punt of the day by the Catamounts. This one goes bouncing and out of bounds across the way. It'll be Bama ball. Where do they spot it? They say, well, they're still marching. 41-yard line is where it's going out of bounds, so it'll be Bama ball from there. Total of 27 yards on the punt from scrimmage. From their own 41-yard line, Bama with 565 yards of total offense. Here's the give to Alfie Tenpenny. He'll get 3 over the left side. Meanwhile, Chris, you know, the Catamounts have just a negative 8 yards rushing today.
Yeah, you're right, Eli. Not great numbers there. I will give you a great number, though. It's 100 with the crowd here today. Among them, 100 kids from Boys and Girls Clubs of West Alabama able to see their first Alabama ball game today. Among those that had a pretty special afternoon, even though the game might have been very pretty in the first half.
Well, hope they enjoy. That's Chris Stewart, our Cook's Pest Control sideline reporter. Great bit of updating there. Always nice when kids can come to the games for the first time. Coker under his center, Bradley Bozeman. The give to Tenpenny left side. Alty goes, turning it up north and south. He'll get a couple, 3 more yards. It'll bring up a third and about 4. You know, sometimes a lot of us who are blessed enough to be here every week, Phil, or go to practice to hang out with the coaches and the players, we almost get too close to it sometimes. I've met so many kids today who are at their first game, and as they walk in and they see this expanse in front of them, the bright green grass and the crimson and white end zones, the jaws just drop on these kids. It's so wonderful to see.
Yeah, it really does. And, of course, oftentimes we take for granted these opportunities, but it's been awfully special these last 6 years sitting up here next to you, Eli.
And it's not over yet at all. Now with Barano in motion, here's the handoff, Tenpenny. He'll stop and start and bull his way forward for a first down. Man, he was dead to rights, and he stopped and he started and he stopped and he got around a couple of guys. Next thing you know, he's at the other guy's 45-yard line with a first down.
Well, he's very strong in his lower body, and he's a little bit more physical back than Tyron Jones, a different sort of style, but there's one thing Alabama has not had a lack of over the last 8 years, and that's running backs, and that's a tribute to not only Coach Nick Saban, but the running back coach, Burton Burns.
Oh, he does a spectacular job, and he doesn't talk much, doesn't say a whole lot publicly, but that guy has been spectacular, Burton Burns has been. On a 1st and 10, Alty Tenpenny. He'll dance around a defender, dance through a couple of more, and goes forward for a 9-yard gainer inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Man,
you can tell he just has such a desire to break one of these long runs.
He got around Christian Gill. He broke up Damian Whitaker, the free safety. As the clock marches on, 2:35 remaining until this one's done. Bama leads 48-14. Jake Coker under his center, Bradley Bozeman, the redshirt freshman from Roanoke, Alabama. Handley, the high school there. Handoff again. Tenpenny near side. They try to tackle the ball, but he discards Fred Payne and gets the first down to the 32-yard line. To our local stations, we know that we owe you a commercial break. If we don't get it here during the running of this play or this remaining portion of the ball game, we will get it to you right after the final whistle. So fear not, your final local commercial break will be coming to you. We'll take it if we can during play, if not once this game is done. Here comes the Tide again to the line of scrimmage on a 1st and 10. From the 31-yard line, Nicewander, the up back, ahead of Tenpenny. They're in the eye. Now the give. Tenpenny off the left tackle. He'll go behind a block of Nicewander at the end and pick up yardage inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. 4-yard gain on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, and this clock winds all the way down, 1.5 minutes and counting, and Jake Coker is going to take a seat, and looks like Alec Morris is going to get his first reps tonight at the quarterback position.
And Buddy Pell checks in at running back now. Buddy Pell shares a number with Dylan Lee. He is in. Alec Morris under center now. Gets the snap, gives to Pell. He'll go up the middle, takes a man with him for a first down to the 20-yard line. So Alabama going way deep in the depth chart here tonight. Buddy Pell, a freshman from Mountain Brook High School, 6 foot, 200 pounds. 1st and 10, Bama from the 20, 45 seconds to go. Nicewander, the up back, the give to Pell. He'll follow Nicewander. He's down to the 11-yard line, nearly broke it, and he's upset that he didn't. Nicewander comes over and gives him a pat on the back. They'll say the knee touched at the 12. You love that exuberance.
Yeah, Buddy Pell out of Mountain Brook. He's doing his best impersonation of Major Ogilvy.
Yep, exactly so, and that's going to do the ball game. Alabama's not going to snap it again with 15 seconds remaining in the period. Bama's going to win by the final score of 48-14. Right now, we're going to take that final local play-by-play break from our regular play-by-play rotation. Then we'll come back here before we begin our post-game coverage. Bama wins 48-14. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports.
One record was set here today. 36 first downs for the Crimson Tide. Took a while, but they rolled in the end. They'll stay number one. And they get ready for what could be their game of the year against Auburn next Saturday evening on ESPN. Let's go down to Maria Taylor with Coach Saban.
Coach, you weren't satisfied with the energy or the start of this game. Did your team improve as it wore on in the second half?
The team improved, but, you know, we're looking forward to what we have to do. We wanted to build momentum in this game. I think we played better as the game went on. We got lots of challenges ahead of us and a lot to look forward to.
Well, you thought coming into this game you'd have an opportunity to regain some health. Do you feel like you are where you need to be from an injury standpoint going into next week?
Well, we held a couple guys out of this game, you know, T.J. Yeldon, D. White, Adam Griffin, the kicker. But we also got a few guys nicked up in this game, so I'll have to talk to the docs afterwards and see where we're at.
How quickly will you shift your focus now to Auburn as soon as your pressers are over?
Right now. We always have a 24-hour rule where guys enjoy the win for 24 hours, but it's a big game for us. It's a big game for them. It's a state rivalry game. I think it's important to, you know, everybody at Alabama and everybody there. So, you know, we're going to focus on it as soon as possible.
What do you need to see from your team in this week of practice, especially as you prepare for the Iron Bowl?
Well, you know, if there's a better way to do it in practice, we'd do it all the time, because this is about the 7th or 8th really important game we've had all year. They're a good team. They've got a really good offensive team, and it's going to be a real challenge for us, both sides of the ball, to be able to play the kind of football that we need to play to have a chance to be successful.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Nick Saban's 24-hour rule just became a 24-second rule. Auburn is next. The Iron Bowl on Saturday night. The #1 team in the nation still rolling.